Hey, this is Dave Basulto. Today we're going to take some vector art and import it into Cinema 4D to make some really cool 3D objects. Let's say a client has a logo design and wants you to make it into a 3D object and animate it and add lights and all the bells and whistles. Well, you'll be able to do that now. What I have up on the screen right now is a sample vector package from a really cool company called GoMedia.us is their website, GoMedia.us. And they have some amazing vector, royalty-free vector images, and also some motion graphics and some other cool stuff. But their vector packs are tremendous to use for a million things I can think of. It's called the Arsenal. I was checking out some of the stuff I had, one of my files from SIGGRAPH this last year, and I picked up one of their flyers, and I was like, wow, I want to check them out. They have some killer graphics, and I mean, these graphics can be used for T-shirts and you name it, any kind of like Photoshop or Illustrator kind of stuff. And I'm going to bring it into Cinema 4D and make something really fun and cool. So when you download, go to their site, gomedia.us/vector packs, I think it is, actually up here. And they'll have a sample vector package, and this is what you get, a bunch of different images, architecture, skulls, blood, actually spray or blood, whatever you want. Some really cool shapes, sexy women, tribal things. So I thought, let's take one of these and bring it into Cinema 4D and make a really nice object out of it. So let's get out of this. Actually, I'm going to leave this alone. It doesn't need to be. Close. I'm going to open up Illustrator, and I'm in Illustrator CS3, as you can see. Here's my vector sample.eps, and I'm going to click up. I have to find it again. I moved it. I forgot. So I'm going to go File and Open, and I moved it in my work files, I believe. Vector samples. There it is. The desktop was getting a little crowded. It's going to ask me for an update because it was done in a previous version of Illustrator. I'm just going to click yes. And here is my vector samples. Let me just resize this for us so we can see a little better. And there we go. And I really thought this banner had a lot of potential to do some cool stuff with it. So what I do is select it. And then I'm going to go to the top here and go to Edit and Copy. Of course, you can use Command-C, Command-V, etc. Go to File. I'm going to do a new file. I'm just going to call this, what do I call this? A vector. And because I can't think of anything creative right now. And here we have our new clean vector file, our document. And I'm going to I'm going to click Paste or Command-V, and here it is inside our image. And I'm going to hit the Shift key, and I'm going to drag it just to make it a little bigger. Doesn't really have to be because we can resize it in Cinema 4D, but thought it'd be nice so we could see it. So there's our logo for our company, the Star Company. Cool stuff. So now I'm going to go to File, and I'm going to Save As, and we're going to call it Vector AI. I'm going to save it on the desktop, and that's it. Click Save. I'll keep all the parameters the way they were. I'm going to Show All. Going to Hide Illustrator. Now we're going to go into Photoshop CS3, and I'm going to open, and here's my vector AI file. Going to open that, and it's importing, and there it is. Just going to say that's the one I want. Just bring this over, and just keep everything to default, and click OK. Here's my really cool vector art in Photoshop now. Let me drag this over here. This actually is the wrong one. Drag my paths over here. Okay, so now I've got my art in here. I've got my layers and paths channel. I'm going to hit the Command key and click on. I'm sorry. Go to my layers. Command key, click. I've just selected, made my graphic a selection. And from that, I'm going to go into my paths. And I'm going to make this, let me just drag this over a little more for you. Going to make this a work path. I'm going to do 1 pixel tolerance. Click OK. I have work path saved. Going to go up to File. Going to go to Export, Paths to Illustrator. And we're going to call it Vector and do underscore paths. You can name it whatever you want. You can keep it the same because it's going to make a different kind of AI file. So let's click, it's going to make a paths file, work path. Let's click Save. It's now on the desktop. And we're going to hide Photoshop, but we're pretty much done with Photoshop. I'm actually going to lower this preview while I'm here. Let's just hide that. So let's open the mighty Cinema 4D. And there we have it. So in Cinema 4D, let me just drag this schmidgen. We go to File, and I'm going to go Open, Vector Paths, click Open, zoom in a little bit, and just move this a little tiny bit so we can see it better. And there you see we have our file now inside Cinema 4D. All I have to do is click Render, and oh, I guess I don't have to click Render. Actually, we don't. Over here in the vector paths, as I click this plus sign here to expand it, you'll see all of our paths. The reason that you can't see anything yet is this is nothing. It's just a vector paths file from Illustrator, work path. We've got to put it into some type of a NURB, extrude NURB, to make it three-dimensional. So next what I have to do is grab my path. I'm going to go the first one, then I'm going to go to the last one, hit Shift key. I've got them all selected. If you have the mighty mouse on the Mac and you've configured it, you can just right-click, or also you can also command-click. I'm sorry, not command-click, control-click to get the right-click going. And then scroll down, you'll see a thing that says Connect, because we want to connect all those paths to make a new item. And there we go. And this is called Path 1, but I'm going to call it Logo. And there's our logo. So we don't need this anymore. But we'll leave it alone right now. Let me just, everything's good. We got this great solid logo going now. If I render it again, nothing's there. So let's add an extrude NURB. Go up here into your NURBs, hyper NURBs. Oops, I don't want the hyper NURB. I want the extrude NURB. Hold it down, go to the right, it says extrude NURBs. Let's bring that in. Grab the logo, drag it up until you see the arrow going down, which means it's going to be a child of the extrude NURBs. Let go. There it is, three-dimensional. Let's click the render, and there you have it. Your vector art from Illustrator brought into Cinema 4D. It is now a three-dimensional object that you can animate. You can do pretty much anything you want with it. There's so many possibilities. Let's just really quickly, and this is a whole different tutorial, but I just want to make it look a little more fun. So I'm just going to add a floor, and let's bring the floor down just a little bit. And let's add a light. Bring the light up so we get some color going on here. And let's bring let's bring an instance of the light, some more light. Bring it over here, and click my light really quick. This is way more. You can turn the tutorial off if you're bored, but I wanted to show you that you can do some fun stuff with it. So let's do some shadows, and let's just click the render, and that's what's going on. Did I not have, let's see, default light, visible and render, default. Let's try that again. There we go. So there is our logo with a little shadow going on. The lights aren't really placed right, but you know, let's add a material to it now. Let's go to File. Let's add a shader. Let's add a Banshee, and we'll add the Banshee right there. And let's hit that. Now you got this really cool glass logo that we can just do so much to. It's an award that we give to somebody, or the Star Award. You can inscribe things here if you'd like. It's endless. Anyhow, I'm Dave Basulto, and I wanted to show you how to bring in a vector image into Cinema 4D to make it a 3D object. I hope you enjoyed this, and take care.